Facebook friends and cat lovers everywhere. I'm Jaakola, Executive Director of EveryCat Health Foundation, and this is our very first episode of Mewsings with EveryCat. This is a show where we will discuss our appreciation of all cats. Your cats, my cats, pedigree cats, cats who live in the community, or cats who live in shelters, all cats, in fact, every cat, everywhere. Not only are we here to share information, but to learn and grow our knowledge together. It's all in an effort to support our foundation's mission to fund and promote cat health research. And that's to help little guys or girls like these. And this one is visiting from Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Bradenton, Florida. And we'll talk more about the kitties who are visiting tonight in 2 shakes of their little tails. But let's continue first with the story of EveryCat, because EveryCat really is all about them. EveryCat Health Foundation was established in 1968 by the Cat Fanciers Association when Robert Wynn, who was our foundation's first president, he had a very forward-thinking notion that would really help cats worldwide. He made a gesture toward funding cat health research, and this gesture quickly grew into a movement throughout the cat fancy and throughout the world. Our first grant as a foundation was awarded in 1971, and shortly thereafter, our foundation was renamed the Robert H. Wynn Foundation for Cat Health Research. In 2006, we became a separate organization from CFA, Cat Fanciers Association, and we were also known then as the Wynn Feline Foundation in 2006, and that's who many of you know us by. Fast forward to 2020, our board of directors made another bold move. The foundation was renamed EveryCat Health Foundation to help broaden our reach and reach to the hundreds of millions of cat parents throughout the world so that we could increase our impact and cat health. Are you wiggly? Are you wiggly? This story is really about you. Now, Mr. Wynn's ideals and determination still guide our values and guide us in funding the cutting-edge research that we've always been known for. And while our name has changed, we embody the same progressive goals that he envisioned for cats more than half a century ago. So, yes, your friends are talking. I often get asked, how does our foundation work? Well, we've granted more than $8.5 million in research in our history. And we are the only organization like ours in the world whose sole focus is cat health research. And we, of course, rely on the generosity of donors and sponsors to help fund research grants. And these grants are reviewed by an expert scientific review committee, statisticians, ultimately approved by our board of directors, which I have the privilege of working with all of them. These grants are submitted by veterinarians, by researchers, doctors, universities, all throughout the world to address concerns in cat health. And we have specific criteria for a variety of grant cycles, but the one constant is that we provide this grant program to help cats live long, healthy lives. So whether it's nutrition, heart health, dental hygiene, behavior, diabetes, FIP, early spay-neuter, dare I say anything that goes into keeping your cat healthy and happy, EveryCat Health Foundation has had a hand in developing those treatments and cures. So it is pretty hip and cool stuff, and a whole lot of smart people are involved in this work. And as I mentioned earlier, we can't do any of this without our sponsors or without our fundraising activities. So along the way, you hear a lot about these activities as well as our programs, and all to help cats. Cuties such as these live to be loved to their full potential and enjoy their happy cat lives. So today with me is Carissa Meyer. Sorry, did I? Yes, I got that right. So, and she is escorting these kittens from Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Bradenton, Florida. So thank you for bringing the kitties. They are adorable.
Thank you for having us. This is their debut. They have been with me for just a little bit of time now. They came in from DeSoto County Animal Services, and they were malnourished and underweight and a little underdeveloped for their age. So they're making great strides, as you can see.
Oh, yes, they're very strong and very nimble. Tell me a little bit about Nate's. And, well, first, how old are they? That's important.
Roughly 6 weeks old.
Yeah, they're tiny.
They're tiny. And it's hard when animals come in and we use their teeth, we use their weight, we use the spacing of their eyes and a variety of things to determine their age. And when they're malnourished, that can skew the aging process.
And so now about Nate's.
Okay, well, Nate's Honor Animal Rescue is a no-kill shelter in eastern Manatee County, and we specialize in taking animals that are scheduled for euthanasia or in danger of being euthanized at municipal shelters. We work with animal control facilities all over the state of Florida and in very rural parts of Georgia along the Florida-Georgia border. And our goal is to prioritize those that are in danger of dying now. We do also serve the community locally with animal support services like pet food banks, behavior and training support, anything we can do to try and keep animals in the home they already have.
And what is your role at Nate's?
I have many.
Primary role? You're a certified veterinary technician, correct?
I am a certified veterinary technician. So I work primarily with animal health and setting protocols and taking on more severe medical cases that our regular animal care team isn't necessarily comfortable managing.
That's important.
And in addition to that, I do a lot of the grant writing, which is nice because then I can write one for the medical equipment I want.
There you go. So yes, you were right. You wear many hats there. So in the shelter setting, especially with your background, what are the types of unknowns that you have to worry about in cat health when you have animals coming in, you're bringing them in, you want to probably house them together or at least how they're comfortable before adopting them into homes. What specifically do you worry about health-wise?
So with kittens and underage animals that are coming in, they're at risk for viral diseases, right? As well as parasites. Just like puppies, kittens will routinely come in with parasites that they get from nursing on mom. And that's always a big concern if we're going to have a group housing. We are currently under construction because we are building a 22,000 square foot facility. And part of that 22,000 square feet is an entire cat wing that will have multiple indoor, outdoor cat enclosures. But until that's done, we have one small area for all of our cats right now. So many of them reside in foster care until they're ready to come in to that cat room.
That's wonderful. And that also helps them acclimatize into a home and become familiar with what goes on in a home for a future adopter, right?
Yes, it gives us a lot of insight into the cat's behavior. We do have fosters that range in age. My daughter is 7 and she is a proud kitty foster to my parents who are 63 and 76. So they do a great job socializing these guys and giving us notes on who likes their friends, who likes other animals. We love when our foster homes have dogs in the house or kids so that we can give people an idea of what these cats will want in their permanent home. Well, my kitty is falling asleep. So this kitty seems to just want love in his or her permanent home, and everything will just be all right. But relative to all cats' health, something you might be interested in coming up on July 8th and 9th, we are offering continuing education through our Cat Health Symposium. It's also of interest to cat lovers in general.
This symposium is being hosted in Gainesville, Florida at the University of Florida College of Veterinary Medicine as part of Maddie's Shelter Medicine program. And the symposium is called Health Breakthroughs for EveryCat, FIP and Beyond. We have some amazing heavy hitters in cat health and welfare who are presenting. Our keynote is being delivered by Dr. Niels Peterson. We have other pioneers in FIP research also attending as part of roundtable discussions and presentations. From the University of Florida, we have Dr. Julie Levy. And really on day number 2, we have talks on topics that run the gamut from head to tail, kittenhood to senior cats. We also have tours available for Operation Catnip, which is up in Gainesville, as well as the Veterinary College. So we do have a little something for everyone, all culminating with the fabulous feline fete. That's a fancy word for a banquet celebration, which all helps cats. We will have cats in attendance, both from the International Cat Association as well as the Humane Society of North Central Florida. Going to have a silent auction. You can bid on items to help benefit cat health, and you will also enjoy a cat-tastic evening with some great colleagues and friends. So if you and I live in Florida, but if Florida is not your thing in July and it doesn't suit your fancy, you can register for the symposium and watch the talks online, whether you need your continuing education credits as a veterinary professional or you're just welcome to tune in and learn. Cats have really come into their own over the last couple of years. In my estimation, we've spent a little more time at home. We've been sequestered during the pandemic. And although this is proof that they do sleep many, many hours a day, I think people have had more of a chance to really get to know their cats a little better and to know really what it takes to keep their feline friends happy. And they have to invest more in cat health. Do you have cats?
I have 5 cats, and I definitely appreciate their ability to leave me alone when needed, but also to entertain my fellow Zoom meeting attendees, like cats should do when we work from home.
Like these are doing right now?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Carissa, from Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Bradenton, Florida. We will be back right after a short break with another special guest and cat lover. Welcome back to Mewsings with EveryCat. I'd like to introduce now a great friend to her felines here in Florida and cats everywhere, my cat lady friend and financial advisor, Esther Kuznets from Star Financial Solutions, which is registered with the Investment Center, Inc. and a member of FINRA and
SIPC,
which it makes you sound extremely important and credentialed. So.
It's all about compliance.
Okay, well, it means something to someone and a lot to those. Star Financial Solutions is actually, and Esther, very generous, a 3-episode sponsor of Musings with EveryCat. And Esther provided the impetus to help get us started and launch this episode. So, Esther, it is, look, I know we all have our cats and we could sit here all night, but it's so important to plan for everyone's financial future, not only for people, but so that we can also help our pets in the future, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is. So many times something bad happens to somebody and they have animals and everyone's left like scurrying. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I always think about, do you have friends that will take your animals? Do they have the wherewithal to take care of your animals? It never hurts to put something in your will, or if you want, just write on a piece of paper, if anything should happen to me, I would like such and such to get my cat and such to get my dog, and please, give them X amount of dollars and sign it and date it, and that can be changed. Probably not real, might not be attorney legal, but at least it gives everyone an idea of what your wishes are.
And so, Esther, fess up. How many cats do you give a home to?
Oh, I have 4 cats.
4 cats.
4 cats. I have my oldest, which is China Cat Sunflower. She's 6. Then I have my 4-year-old Steely. He's something else. And my only male. And then I have my crazy 2-year-olds, and that's Sugar, Maggie, and Snowflake.
And Carissa shares a home with 5 plus fosters and all the cats at the shelter as well. I have 3, Lola and her 2 10-year-old kittens, Inky and Smokey. So we are clearly all animal lovers and then some. But what inspired you to help launch Mewsings?
Musings?
This show.
Oh, this show, yes. Well, I think what you're doing is amazing. my vicious beast, Steely, has issues. And I'm hoping that, with help from people to the EveryCat Foundation, maybe we'll find out why he's doing the bad things he's doing, because he really is a good boy. Hopefully you guys will come up with an answer to that if I help sponsor.
There's research.
It's all about me.
Research, and again, head to tail, from behavior to healthcare issues. We certainly do fund studies and promote research and all of that. So hopefully, again, these guys are as calm as can be. But back to the delicate subject about planning for cats' futures. Really, to all of us in Florida, we have just entered hurricane season. Yes. And while hurricanes may not happen throughout the United States or throughout the world, disasters of some sort do. So disaster planning for us right now is top of mind. And Carissa, what do you all do at NATES to kind of get ready for the big storms that are coming through?
Well, we remind all of our adopters that they want to have a plan and they want to be up to date on their vaccinations, because many of our shelters have become pet friendly because many people would not evacuate without their pets, but they do still need to be confined and they need to be vaccinated. So you have to have proof of that vaccination. The other thing that we do is we are typically a distribution site for crates and carriers for people. The last time we were scheduled to have a hurricane come through our direct area, we handed out over 500 kennels and carriers so that people could take their pets with them to the shelters.
And Esther, are you prepped to evacuate if you have to?
Yeah. Yes. I got everything together, and don't know where we'd go here being in Southwest Florida, but we're ready.
We're ready. Well, we'll cross our fingers, of course.
Yeah.
And we all hope to be around forever.
That's right.
But let's talk briefly about the types of gifts and financial support that people can donate to help EveryCat now and in the future.
Right. So I always talk about something called a QCD, Qualified Charitable Distribution, which a lot of people don't know about. And this is simple, and it's a win-win for everybody. So if you're over 70 and a half and you must take RMD, or not 70 and a half anymore, I'm sorry, it's 72 now. If you're over 72 and you have an IRA and you must take RMD.
And what's RMD?
Required Minimum Distribution.
Thank you.
Sorry. And you can take that money up to $100,000 if that's what's required and donate it to any charity. And then you don't have to pay the tax on whatever you donate. It has to come directly out of that IRA. But again, if you're 72 and you have to take money out of that IRA. If you take it and take it to yourself, you'll pay tax on every penny. If you take that money and make the check payable directly to a charity, well, then nobody pays tax on it. The charity wins. If you didn't need that money for anything anyway, you're not paying tax on it. Win, 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 and the kitty cats get
They do. In fact, 100,000 would fund about $3,000. So,
not everyone has that kind of required distributions, but that's as much as you can do if you have that much or more.
So fantastic. Yeah, it's something you hear about all the time,
right,
both on the giving side or the donor side. So I thank you for for bringing that up.
Right.
And so in addition to cash donations, some charities, and we are poised to, receive other types of donations as well. And people can go to our website at everycat.org to learn more about that for certain.
Yes, or call me and I can tell you about it as well.
Absolutely. And your company is local, or you have clients everywhere?
I have clients everywhere. I am located right on University on the line. I'm on the Sarasota side of University Parkway between Lockwood Ridge Road and Tuttle Avenue. Star Financial Solutions. We're in the 2-story building right across from Publix.
So appreciative for your friendship, for your sponsorship, for this show today, and also for your advice to our potential donors. So if you'd like to learn more about how to become involved with EveryCat, learn about our grants, our events, our education programs, please visit our website at everycat.org. And while you're there, sign up for our e-newsletter. And I'm also urging each of you to follow us on social media for the latest on where our funded research is making the biggest impacts and where we'll be perhaps out visiting friends in the community with kitties next. Please share your stories about cats and also help share ours. That helps cats everywhere. It helps build an even more impactful community if we all share our voices together and help everyone save kitties' lives. So I'm Jaakola. I thank you, Carissa. Thank you, Esther. I will see all of you later this summer, where I hope you will please join us and celebrate through Musings with EveryCat.